This is Realtv, your #1 source for video. Cops are about to make a dangerous bust with their weapons, their bulletproof vests,
Go!
and the Realtv action cam. Home video of the Roman candle that backfired on the little boy. This raceboat is about to crash. All that's left is this capsule. Is the racer alive?
In the vehicle.
The joke's on the bad guys when one tries to steal this car.
It's moving.
And next time you pop a bottle of the bubbly, remember this home video. Whatever you do, don't blink.
It just happens so quick.
Realtv is on the air.
Hi, I'm John Daly, and it's not every day SWAT cops agree to wear a Realtv action cam during a dangerous bust. Now, the cops are heavily armed, but their greatest weapon, the one they're counting on the most, is the element of surprise. That's why this mission starts way before sunrise. It's a tape that'll make your heart race, and this is the only place you can see it. Our Sabila Vargas shows us how the suspects get caught and cuffed.
Everybody ready for this?
These men are about to confront someone they're convinced wants to kill them. And thanks to a Realtv action cam, you're going to be right in the middle of the action.
Between the cars and the building. There's nothing along there.
It's an exclusive look into the war against drugs.
A heroin house. They're dealing heroin out of this small apartment.
5:45 a.m. Arizona's elite special operations unit is preparing to go into battle against some suspected heroin dealers holed up in a Phoenix apartment. An informant has told them to expect drugs and weapons and exactly where to find them.
And they were more than willing to tell them, yeah, we have a shotgun over in the corner, and they pointed to it, and it was right next to the table, and they told them they had a 9mm, and it's always on the bed underneath one of the pillows.
But most importantly, the informant says to expect desperate people willing to take desperate measures.
And went on, and he asked them, would you guys really use those guns? And they told him, yeah, if the police ever show up to arrest any of us, we're just going to shoot them when they get here.
6:33 a.m. The team loads up wearing leg armor, bulletproof vests, and hanging above their heads, the threat of violence. To put this into perspective, nearly every man here knows someone who's been killed in the line of duty.
Just do a lot of visualization, thinking about what you're going to do in the worst-case scenario, be involved in a shooting.
A Realtv action cam is also geared up to go.
That's going nowhere last.
Cameraman Mike Lee rigs the finger-sized unit to a frontline officer, allowing us to experience this at eye level from his headgear.
Thing on the way out, guys. Keep your head down. Okay, you ready, movie star?
The trip begins with a little police humor, but soon turns to all business.
Huh? Pretty bad.
What he's talking about. Okay, Tommy, let's go.
6:56 a.m. A final pep talk.
Listen, it's going to be real dynamic on this one, guys. What's your targets? Make sure your targets and put them down fast and put them down hard, okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go!
7:01 a.m. The raid begins, and you are there via the Realtv action cam.
Execute, execute, execute.
Should be right there. In the car.
Put on your hands. Put up arriba.
Okay, go.
Pick it. ¡Policía! ¡Policía! ¡Órale, revisor! Get back! Get back! Guys! See your hands! See your hands! Keep your hands! Keep your hands up! Get your hands up! Keep your hands up!
Now from both the action cam and Mike Lee's handheld camera, let's go back and see what just went down.
Execute, execute, execute.
Should be right there.
When the unit first arrived, they're surprised to find and then quickly arrest one of the suspects in the car out front. Now, you may have thought you heard gunshots, but actually it's the sound of a diversionary device to confuse those in the apartment. While this is going on, another officer breaks the bathroom window to stop anyone from flushing down drugs. Those inside subdue one of the men who's allegedly threatened to kill them. And the woman on the bed is given a rude awakening.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
Now watch closely. The officer wearing the Realtv action cam finds a 9mm pistol right where the informant said it would be.
Right here. Got a gun. Keep your hands up.
After arresting the pair, the officers find other weapons and drugs throughout the apartment. But most importantly, they get their suspects before the suspects get them.
Amazing video. Now, the men were charged with drug offenses while the woman was briefly held for an outstanding warrant, then released. Well, later, cops get their man a different way. They're going to park this car where they know it will be stolen and see what happens. That's later. But right now, in Missouri, a fireworks accident is caught on home video. A Roman candle backfires on a little boy. It's vivid proof why kids should never play with fireworks. It's the 4th of July, and we're in St. Joseph, Missouri. The Soil family sets up a camera on a tripod to record the celebration. Dad brings his 5-year-old son, J.D., out in the yard to shoot off some Roman candles. Dad lights the candle for J.D. and blows on it to get it started. Watch it shoot off sparks. Now as Dad goes to light a friend's firework, the trouble starts. In slow motion, you can see that JD's Roman candle backfires and explodes, severely burning him.
Actually, was standing right there by the street, and I was holding one like that, and a couple came out the front, one came out the back like that. It hurt me really, really bad.
JD's dad says he had no idea Roman candles could be so dangerous.
What I learned is that parents, we have to watch our kids. As you can see, I was standing right next to him, and it just happened so quick, and there was just nothing I could do. And basically, it's just, we can't let kids play with or be around fireworks.
JD recovered from the accident, and his family learned a big lesson about the dangers of fireworks.
If you want to go see fireworks, I think you should let a professional handle it, and you should just be in the background, way far away, just watching. That's what we'll be doing next year.
By the way, Roman candles are supposed to be stuck in the ground with everyone far away. So next time, leave the fireworks to the pros. Well, more home video of flying projectiles hitting people, but we can laugh with this one. Next time you pop the bubbly, don't point the bottle at anyone, and don't shake it either. We've all heard the praises of Russian vodka, but little or nothing about the glories of Russian champagne. And here's why. Okay, maybe the trick is to resist shaking the bottle too much, right? Wrong again. After all we've seen, we tremble for the fate of these unsuspecting Russian children. Especially the princess at the head of the table with her crown on the floor. Check out the ballistics of that cork. Out of the bottle, off the table, and pow! The headgear is down for the count. Anyway, before somebody's eye gets put out, we suggest the grown-ups put down the camera and take back the bottle. After all, they couldn't do any worse. Put a towel over it. Well, if something funny happened at your last party, we'd love to see your home video. Here's how to reach us on the web. We're at realtv1.com. Well, now take a look at what we've got coming up.
Up next, a race boat disintegrates. A camera is aboard the rescue boat to see if he makes it out in one piece. Later, he's stealing that car. Little does he know, it's rigged with police cameras. And do you like your seafood fresh? How's this? Fresh enough for you? Plus, if your reception is bad, blame the squirrels. More tapes you can't see anywhere else coming up.
Hi, my name is Josh Gannis. Welcome to beautiful Mystic Seaport in beautiful Mystic, Connecticut. John, do you have any good boating videos for us?
Yes, Josh, I do. But the boats on this tape go a lot faster than anything at Mystic Seaport. They're high-speed racing boats, and one of them is about to take a terrible spill. There's a cameraman aboard the rescue boat, so you can see the desperate rescue attempt firsthand. Here's our Michael Brownlee.
3 cameras roll tape at the drag boat finals in Marble Falls, Texas. The crowd is psyched. These crazed fans know racing, and these boats know speed. At 200 miles an hour, these liquid dragsters can clear a quarter-mile track in 5.5 seconds. That is, of course, if nothing goes wrong. Minutes before his final run, driver Mark Atkinson gives a thumbs up. Let's just say this is one race the 10-year veteran won't soon forget. There's the signal, and they're off. The second camera on the other side of the river shows how Mark's boat goes airborne and flies end over end at 198 miles an hour. But perhaps the most intense view of the accident comes from the rescue boat. It's here Mark loses control. The jagged waves catapult his boat in the air. He somersaults, then crashes back into the water. The same rescue crew that shot the accident races to the scene.
And please, stop for 6 seconds. The rescue crew is down at the end. Drop.
Remarkably, Mark survives the impact, thanks to the boat's specially designed cockpit.
If I didn't have a capsule and I entered the water with my body, I'm sure I would have ripped off body parts and been seriously damaged.
After dissecting the videotapes, Mark explains what went wrong.
When I got about 3/4 down the track, I broke the propeller. And when I broke the propeller, the back end of the hydro falls back in the water and allows the front to come up, catch air, and then I was gone.
Back on shore, Mark is greeted with a hero's welcome. He's conscious, quickly strapped to a gurney, and taken to the hospital. Meanwhile, it will take $30,000 to replace the boat. But Mark says it's certainly a small price to pay for a second chance at life.
I know that God was with me, and it makes me be able to see what's going on around me more, appreciate things more. So I have to say it's really changed my life.
Something else that makes this story even more amazing is that Mark went on to win the race. As it turns out, he crossed the finish line in his capsule before his opponent, which technically made him the winner and the first person on the books to ever win a race without a boat. John?
What a way to win. Michael, thank you very much, and we'll be right back.
Coming up, he'll get into that car he's stealing, but he won't be able to get out. And it's an ancient way of preparing fresh fish, and we've got the tape. Plus, the mama squirrel who came to her kid's rescue. Always amazing. Realtv.
If you're going to steal a car, don't steal this one. It's rigged, and the cops will get you, and it won't take long either. Watch. Police in Sacramento, California are on a mission to bust local car thieves. They've devised an ingenious scheme to catch the criminals in the act by using several hidden surveillance cameras. Here's how it works. The girl getting out of the white car is a cop. Her car is bait, and when the driver leaves the scene, the fish come to feed.
Okay, it's in place. Hey, Billy, you got point.
It takes just 25 seconds to hook one of the herrings hanging out in a nearby park. The suspect makes his way over to check out what the driver might have left behind.
Okay, there's the subject walking over to it already. White t-shirt, blue cap. He's walking to the driver's side.
Here's where it gets interesting. The car is rigged with 2 miniature cameras.
In the vehicle.
When the uninvited guest sits down, the cops can see exactly what's happening.
He's on the passenger side.
A few minutes later, the unsuspecting TV star wins an Emmy for Best Lead Actor in a car heist.
It's moving, Billy. It's moving.
But what he doesn't realize is that in addition to the candid cameras, cops have rigged the car with another added extra, a kill switch. Police send out a signal, which shuts down the engine and locks the doors. The driver is now coasting to a frustrating stop, while he helplessly watches police close in. Game, set, match. Good guys won, bad guys none. How's that for real TV? And the 17-year-old suspect pled guilty to a charge of grand theft auto. Well, now take a look at what we're working on for the next Real TV.
Don't miss Real TV tomorrow, or you'll miss the bad guy who drives with his hood up and the deadly creatures lying in wait for dinner to arrive. Plus, you won't see the wild ride of bike messengers on Real TV tomorrow.
Well, now for the tape of the freshest seafood around. Every society has its own traditional methods of preparing food. So before you get upset, realize that you're about to see something that has been happening for thousands of years. These fish know once they're in here, the end is near. You may have heard about it, read about it, but Real TV has it. Incredible video of what it takes to serve up the freshest fish in town. A camera follows one chef in China as he juggles to prepare and cook a fish, all the while keeping it alive. Chefs pay careful attention throughout the preparation. The batter is kept thin. And the wok stays hot. It may disturb you, but this is an age-old tradition. Customers want fresh, and they want it now. Dinner is served. And patrons don't bat an eye. They poke and pick at the spread. Kids say no way. Parents say yes. While it may be troubling for many of us, the chef reminds us that Asian cuisine has always put a premium on freshness. And this is about as fresh as it gets. By the way, there are a few restaurants here in the States that prepare food this way. Well, let me ask you this. How's your TV reception? If it's a little fuzzy lately, it's because you may have some uninvited guests. Vern Goodwin and his wife Ruth were watching Real TV, but the signal was driving them nuts. So this Eagle, Nebraska couple took a video camera into the backyard to investigate.
Yeah, I got it.
They found the problem all right.
They sure are.
A family of squirrels nesting in the nose of their satellite dish.
I think there's 2 or 3 of them up there. There were several little heads looking out when I first seen it.
Mama is having a tough time keeping track of her 2 babies. One of them has fallen out of the dish.
Yeah. Oh boy, watch that little one now if he makes that across there.
And Mom has to bring him back.
Right across?
I think the baby's too big to try and do that. I'm gonna drop it.
Like a circus acrobat, Mama carries her baby over railings, across rooftops, up a steel pole,
She could have picked an easier spot to have babies.
and back into the nest. They're almost home, but it's a little too cramped in the nest, and the baby slips from Mama's grip. He's okay, but she's too tired to go through that again.
You get him in.
So she decides it's time to find a bigger place where they can all stretch their legs. Well, now take a look at this tape. It's today's Real TV quiz. The year is 1980, and the movie Alien is a smash hit.
And now the end is here.
But these kids are too young to see the R-rated flick. So the creative youngsters do the next best thing. They grab their video camera and make their own version of Alien.
Wait a second. This is in our solar system?
That kid on the left is now a big-time alternative music star. Can you name him? We'll have the answer in a moment when we come back.
To get Real TV extreme and uncensored, call 1-800-215-2233 or order online at getrealtv.com.
Here's the answer to our Realtv quiz.
And now the end is here.
You might recognize this guy better if he had less hair and more makeup. He's 13-year-old Billy Corgan, lead singer of the rock band, the Smashing Pumpkins. Thanks for playing the Realtv quiz. Well, so many tapes, so little time, so join us again for the next Realtv, and once again, we'll give you something to talk about. There's a guy right here. Got a gun. Keep your hands up.